Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Lexie. Welcome to the video. So I had this idea to do this video where in today's video, I'm gonna talk about the top 5 habits that have been game changers for me. A lot of these things are actually recent things that I have started doing within the new year. So I'm actually recording this video on the very last day of January. So we are officially 1 month into the new year, right? And I know at the beginning of the year, a lot of people make like New Year's resolutions. I more so like to make habit goals. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about specifically like one of those in this video, a habit that I started that really has been impactful for my productivity. But I'm gonna talk about 5 habits that have been truly game changers for me. Game changers in so many different ways. Like I'm gonna talk about a habit that's helped with my productivity, habit that's really helped with my digestion, habits that have helped with my sleep. So welcome to the video. Sit down, enjoy the rest of the content, and take note because, I'm not saying that these habits are, miracle workers, but they have really helped me. So I took some good time to sit down, reflect, and make note of 5 things that I have been doing this past month that have been complete game changers for me. So welcome to the video and enjoy the rest of the vlog. Okay, so tip number 1, those of you who have followed me for a while, so more so if you've watched a lot of my videos within this past year, especially at the beginning of 2023, you guys will know I struggled a lot with my digestion. And it's definitely still something that I work on, but I think I have found, knock on wood, the perfect solution for that. And I did share a little bit about what I'm doing in my last video, my last day of eating video, but I'm gonna show you guys, I think I cracked the code for my own digestion, and I'm gonna show you guys 3 things that I have been taking that have really helped to regulate my digestion. So again, I did show this in the last video I recorded, but first things first is psyllium husk. So I bought this off of Amazon. Basically, it's just fiber. It's like a fiber supplement. If you look on the back, it has, I think, 8 grams of fiber per 2 tablespoons, and you don't have to take 2 tablespoons, but I'll typically take at least 1 tablespoon, usually 2. So psyllium husk, and the next secret ingredient is flaxseed meal or flaxseed powder. The key is getting the powder, not getting flaxseed, the seed, because that does not digest as well as the flaxseed powder. So flaxseed powder, psyllium husk, and last but not least, so I didn't know if I got it out, this is definitely not what it looks like, cream of tartar. So this is cream of tartar, I promise. So let me explain why I believe these have been working so well for me with my digestion. So 1, psyllium husk has the fiber, right? It has a lot of soluble fiber in it. So it helps me to kind of pick up slack in other areas of my diet where maybe I'm not getting in enough fiber. And as probably most of you guys know, fiber is really important for a regular bowel movement pattern. The flaxseed powder is also really good for fiber. It's just got so many other benefits from a micronutrient standpoint. So I've been taking that, and I actually had a client who she swears by flaxseed powder. That is the one thing we started adding in, and ever since we have, she's been going routinely. Again, these are little things that you would think are TMI, but honestly, in the bodybuilding fitness world, when you have good digestion, it makes you so damn happy. And then cream of tartar is very, very rich in potassium, and potassium is also something that can help with frequent or regular bowel movements. So that is why I do believe these 3 things have been helping me tremendously. So I have a serving of each every day. I'll just add the cream of tartar onto a savory meal, and then I usually mix the flaxseed meal or the flaxseed powder with the psyllium husk, and you guys can go back and watch my old video or my last video if you want to see how I make that. But that is my first little habit that has been an absolute game changer, specifically for my digestion. So moving right along to habit number 2 that has been a game changer for my productivity and my efficiency. So this is actually a habit that I started at the very beginning of the year, so 31 days ago, and I can confidently say, besides the days when I was on my cruise earlier this month, I have done this every day, and it's just a part of my morning routine at this point. But every day, so I have this little mini journal right here. You don't have to get a mini journal. I mean, I just think it's cute. It's cute and mini, but I have a physical journal. So that's the first tip, is getting a physical journal and then a pen. And in my morning routine, every morning I will sit down and I will literally write out all of my to-dos for the day. Usually I'll try to get pretty specific and write down literally everything I need to do for the day, as it relates to certain work tasks, at certain, even just things such as clean the floors, or writing them down. I've noticed two things. So writing them down, it kind of makes me feel like I'm not as discombobulated throughout the day. And sometimes when you don't write things down, you go throughout the day and you're kind of just making mental note in your head. And I used to do that, and I got by doing it. It was fine. It wasn't like it really caused me any issues. I got by with it. But you just feel like you're chronically stressed all day because you're having all those to-dos in your brain, and it just wastes time too, because you're having to physically stop throughout your day and think, okay, what did I do? What do I still need to do, right? So I find that I just feel a lot more organized when I write everything down and get it out all on the paper, as opposed to just keeping it in my brain. And then also I find that the pen and crossing each to-do off as I do it, it's a little bit of a dopamine, burst to my system. And I think anybody can attest to the fact that when you write down a physical list, and I'm not talking not in your phone, not in your iPad, not on your computer, physically write it down, old school, pen or paper, pen, it makes such a difference. So if you are somebody who maybe feels like you have a lot on your plate, or even I strongly encourage, I do this even on my days where I'm not working, that way I just wake up, I write down what I need to get done for the day, even if it's adulting tasks such as going to a certain grocery store or little things like that. And it really helps me in my rest days too, because sometimes I'll struggle on my rest days or my days off from work of not feeling like I did anything all day, which is silly. It's okay to have a day every week where you're just relaxing, but it kind of helps me when I write down my little tasks throughout the day. I just feel more accomplished at the end of the day. I get to look back and I'm like, oh, that's what I did. And I'm telling you, physically crossing it off with a pen, such a game changer. It just makes you feel good. So that is tip number 2 of something that has really, really, really enhanced my overall organization and productivity. So moving along to healthy habit number 3. This is going to be one. So I have my camera on these 2 products because let me tell you guys about my game-changing sleep routine. And I am telling you, my sleep has not been this good consistently in so flipping long. So I have it down to a science. So I've talked about these before, but you guys, I really do swear by these, and I hope you guys know by now, I do not promote anything that I don't believe in, or that I don't personally use. And I've used these Serenity gummies from Cure Nutrition for about a year now, but I have been consistently taking 2 every night, and I actually take them early in the evening because I find that they take a little bit of time to kick in for me. So I'll take 2. The serving is 2, but these, and they kind of taste like candy too, FYI. These, I take these around a couple hours before I go to bed in the evening. And then what I do is once I brush my teeth and I'm ready for bed and I'm ready to lay down, I've actually completely gotten rid of my screen time. So I'm, the first person to tell you guys, I used to scroll my phone in bed. I know, not the best thing to do, but I'm owning up to it, and it did not help with my sleep. So if you are somebody that struggles with sleep, know that if you are on your phone before bed, that blue light can really stimulate your brain and make it 10 times harder to not only fall asleep, but also get restful sleep. So I have a rule that I do not bring my phone in bed, and instead I have been reading every night. So this is actually my 4th book of the year, almost finished with it. So I read every night until I'm drowsy, and honestly, when I take these at 6 p.m. and then I lay down to go to bed at 9 p.m., usually all it takes is 15-20 minutes of reading and I will feel drowsy, and I 100% credit that to these, but I have found that not scrolling my phone before bed has been a game changer, and my sleep has never been better. So that's my little habit number 3 and little sleep kind of hack. I'm telling you guys, the combination of taking my Serenity gummies from Cure Nutrition, which I do have a 15% discount code, I'll put it below, and eliminating any blue light or any screen time before bed and reading has been the ultimate game changer. Okay, so this is more of just a mindset kind of habit that I've implemented, and I wanted to share it because I figured it may be really helpful for somebody else who watches this video and this channel. So I like to think of myself as, well, I don't even it's not that I like to think of myself as this, but I know I am this. I'm naturally a very type A person, right? Very stereotypical female, okay? And sometimes I like to chronically overthink and overanalyze things, and I think we're all guilty from time to time of something happening in your day that just it seemingly seems like the end of the world when it happens, right? And it's very easy to get worked up up over little things that literally don't matter in the grand scheme of things besides just in that moment, right? So one of the like kind of philosophies I've implemented is if something is not gonna matter in 2 weeks, then like you don't need to get so worked up over it in the moment, right? And I'll have that like internal dialogue with myself, and I find that it's really helpful. So like, for example, I'll use a very applicable example that I think a lot of you guys can resonate with, and I've been telling my clients, some of my clients this as well, is that, you know, for example, let's say you get up in the morning, you weigh yourself, and your weight is up like 2 pounds, and you're like, oh my gosh, like in the moment it's like, oh, it's the end of the world, you know, you feel so bad about yourself. Well, you know, not really, but a lot of people do struggle with when they wake up and let's say their weight is just randomly up a couple pounds from inflammation or from, you know, being their time of the month. It's very easy to get so worked up in the moment and to literally, I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. There's like a noisy car out. I hate noisy cars. I hate when people have to like blast their cars so noisily. But anywho, you know, it's very easy to sometimes see that scale elevated and to just get worked up about it all day, and for it to literally affect everything you do that day, your mindset, your mood, how you feel about yourself. So the way I look at it is, you know, in 2 weeks from now, are you gonna look back and think, oh my God, I still remember that I weighed this amount on January 31st? Like, really? No, right? Like, I can't tell you, thinking today, I can't tell you what I weighed on January 15th. Like, I don't remember, right? So therefore, if something isn't gonna matter 2 weeks from now, like if you're not gonna look back 2 weeks from now, and if the subject, you know, at hand is not gonna matter, it's not worth stressing yourself out about in the moment, right? And this is a philosophy, like it's much easier said than done, and you can apply it to so many other areas, not just like weight, but you know, even I used to struggle a lot with like my routine, and if my routine would get thrown off, I'd get really, really anxious, right? And you know, one of the things I have to remind myself is, okay, Lexie, if you are like 15 minutes late to the gym one day, are you gonna think back 2 weeks from now and remember that? No, right? So like, don't get yourself so worked up about it in the moment, you know? So that is kind of a little mindset hack. But furthermore, like a habit, I have really focused in on like being very self-aware of when I have those little things throughout the day that may come up that I kind of stress myself out about. Really just being self-aware enough to call myself out and say, hey, like, is this gonna matter in one week from now, 2 weeks from now? And if not, like, stop worrying yourself about it, or stop worrying yourself sick about it in the day, in the moment, you know? So that is like hack or habit number 4, so to say, that I wanted to share with you guys. Alrighty, you guys, my 5th and final habit that has been a game changer for me, and this one is a little bit more lighthearted, but drum roll please, it is my Ninja Creamy every night. Ooh, had to be careful, the lid wasn't gonna pop off. So, okay, it's not just my Ninja Creamy that I want to talk about here being like a habit that I have started that's been a game changer. So my Ninja Creamy is kind of part of this philosophy. So I have my Ninja Creamy every night around the same time. It's like my routine, my nighttime ritual. I have it every night, usually around like 7:30, and then I sit down, I have my little like wind down routine where I will enjoy my Ninja Creamy. Oh gosh, I did just drop the lid. Okay, at least we're still intact here. But anywho, this is something I do every night. I sit down, I have my creamy, and I will watch Netflix or YouTube, and it's kind of like my wind down routine. But my point being here, and this is kind of like where the habit comes into play, in something that has really been like a game changer for me. This is also something that I do typically like recommend for my clients, is have at least like one thing every day built into your macros that you thoroughly look forward to and enjoy, like a little treat, right? Whether it's a sweet treat, whether it's, you know, if you don't have a sweet tooth, maybe it's something else. But let me, you know, preface by saying I do love everything I eat, right? But this is the one thing that like I genuinely look forward to every day. And I find that if you can at least have one thing in your day, like a meal or a snack that you genuinely look forward to, it does kind of help to keep the cravings at bay, right? You know, even if it's not like a macro-friendly treat, maybe at the end of the day you have a square or two of chocolate and you just fit it in your macros every day, and it's just, you know, that's the one thing you really look forward to, and it kind of keeps your cravings at bay, it keeps you accountable the rest of the day. But I think that's a habit that's really helped me, is just to at least have one thing every day that I really look forward to. And I've done this too before, like in preps. My past prep in 2023, that this was before I had the Ninja Creamy, I did like my protein fluff every day, and that's something that I would generally look forward to. Again, I love all my food, but like I loved the Fluff Extra, and I loved my Ninja Creamy Extra. And it's like my little nighttime ritual, and it's nice to like have that one thing that you just look forward to every day. And it's like a sweet treat. It keeps my cravings at bay. So that is kind of like my healthy habit that's been a game changer for me, is just having something every day. And it doesn't have to be at night, but I do like having like mine be my nighttime treat, having something that like you just generally look forward to as far as like a snack or a meal. And if you don't have a Ninja Creamy, what are you doing? It's so good. I'll put a little like layover of what my Ninja Creamy looks like after I churn it. But it is such a game changer. I don't know what I would do without it. Like, honestly, I have only had it for 2 months, but seriously, I get sad when like I'm away and I can't have my Ninja Creamy. But anyways, that is going to conclude this video. I hope this was like a valuable video for you guys, and it was a little different, but I wanted to I was just doing a little self-reflection, and these are honestly 5 habits that I have started more so like within this new year. And these are things that have really been game changers for me in a lot of different ways. So I hope you guys took away something from this video. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me and helps me to grow the channel. And as always, all of my discount codes are in the description box below, as is my one-on-one coaching link if you're interested in that. That's always in the description box below. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that wherever you are at in the world, you have a great rest of your day.